unveil the motorcycle. Nobody's written it yet because they're just making it. I get in the motorcycle and drift down the ramp. Oh, I press the engine. The engine is a Cadillac engine. Drift down the ramp. I go to steer it. It doesn't steer. The motorcycle doesn't work. And we've got 150 press there. Big adventure, leaving Chicago and going to Los Angeles, cross country in a new science fiction motorcycle. And it doesn't work. We retire to the building. What are we going to do? We rent a motorcycle. For me, the guys who designed it and were working on the motorcycle are forced to come aboard the truck that's going to truck the motorcycle, and we're being escorted by American Legion, and we go across the country displaying this motorcycle, which we had intended to sell copies of it. It didn't work. It never worked. It never ran. We would wheel it out. Oh, look at that nice motorcycle. Funds, you got to raise funds and we go, and we crossed the desert in an open motorcycle, 105 degrees. And here's what my point. We come into Las Vegas with this coterie of, half a dozen American Legion, and me on a motorcycle, and this truck behind me trucking the motorcycle, and it's hotter than it's been while you guys have been here. It was hot. It was so hot. How hot was it? You ride a motorcycle like this, right? So there's a tank of gasoline. But the future is so extraordinary in terms of what's coming down the road in science. Like, I imagine you've read the same thing I did, where scientists have now bored a hole in a man who has some dreadful disease where he can't move his body. Bored a quarter-size hole in his skull, placed a device that reaches into his brain, and electronically, by what he's thinking, can move things. That's happened. That future is here now. The future is happening right in front of us. AI and all those things are going to change the world momentarily. Not 50 years from now, just around the corner. It's happening. Not it's going to happen. Science fiction is happening now. The only problem is, and this is the result of, I read Rachel Carson's book, The Silent Spring, many years ago, and I realized, as she did, and as many people did at that time, that something terrible was happening with the climate. Nobody realized then how ominous and existential it is now. So the race is between the science fiction future, where mankind will be perfected, so to speak, or die in this heat, which is only going to get worse. The heat here now, 104, it's not like, 104, thank God that's over. I mean, it'll be better next year. No. Each year is getting hotter. It's existential, I'm telling you. This race between the technology that will save us, make us smarter, do greater things, explore more worlds, and the fact that we won't be able to live on the planet. That's a race that's happening right now.